Forget everything you thought you knew about ancient history. The Roman Empire and Imperial China, two colossal powers separated by deserts, mountains, and half a world of mystery, were never meant to meet. And yet, across the centuries, their worlds brushed together in ways that would shape history forever. This is the untold story of how Rome and China, through the Silk Road, became silent partners in a global drama far greater than any battle. In the 1st century CE, Rome was the unrivaled master of the Mediterranean. Its legions marched from the rocky coasts of Britannia to the sands of Egypt, binding Europe, North Africa, and the Near East under one banner. Far to the east, the Han dynasty ruled with equal might. From their capital at Chang'an, the emperors of China governed a realm of breathtaking wealth and invention: paper, silk, porcelain, and the earliest stirrings of gunpowder technology. To their own people, they were the Middle Kingdom, the center of the world. Between them stretched thousands of miles of deserts, steppes, and treacherous mountain passes. At first glance, the two empires seemed destined to remain strangers. And yet, through the legendary Silk Road, their fates became entwined. It began with silk, a fabric so soft, so luminous, that Roman aristocrats could not resist it. As early as the reign of Augustus, Roman senators grumbled that their wives and daughters were spending fortunes on Chinese silk. Pliny the Elder, writing in the 1st century, lamented that Rome was sending its gold to the very ends of the earth in exchange for silk that barely covered the body. What he didn't know was that this silk had traveled thousands of miles, from Chinese workshops to caravans crossing Central Asia, passing through the great trading cities of Samarkand and Merv, then carried westward to the bustling markets of Antioch and Alexandria. But silk was only the beginning. Rome sent glassware eastward, prized by Chinese elites for its beauty and clarity. Roman coins have been found buried deep in China, silent witnesses to this astonishing exchange. Some Chinese chronicles even mention mysterious emissaries from a far-off land called the Qin, a name many scholars believe referred to the Roman Empire. The most tantalizing story comes from 166 CE, when Chinese records speak of envoys arriving from the Qin bearing ivory, tortoiseshell, and rhinoceros horn. They claim to represent the Roman emperor, Andun, thought to be Marcus Aurelius. Whether these were true Roman diplomats or ambitious merchants, pretending to speak for Caesar, no one can say. But their arrival left the Han court in awe. The echoes of these encounters weren't just goods, they were ideas. Chinese artisans studied Roman glass techniques, while Roman architects marveled at the delicate silk and lacquer that filtered into their world. Even military tactics may have traveled across the Silk Road. Some historians speculate that the curved composite bow, perfected by the Parthians, carried echoes of both Eastern and Western innovation. And then, there are the legends. Roman writers whispered of a land far beyond Parthia, a place of order and sophistication where rulers were chosen by merit. Chinese texts told of men with deep-set eyes and long noses, wearing armor of bronze, who fought in disciplined ranks. Could they have been describing each other? Perhaps the most astonishing tale comes from the aftermath of the Battle of Carrhae in 53 BCE, when the Roman general Crassus was annihilated by the Parthians. Some ancient sources claim thousands of captured Roman soldiers were relocated east, eventually settling on China's frontier. Chinese records from the Han period describe strange warriors in formation, fighting with a technique unknown to them. Was this the lost legion of Carrhae, serving at the edge of the world? The evidence is debated, but the possibility lingers, a ghostly reminder of how close Rome and China may have come to direct contact. The Silk Road was more than a highway of goods. It was a river of culture, belief, and invention. From Rome traveled glass, precious metals, and even grapevines. From China came silk, spices, and paper, a gift that would one day revolutionize the Western world. Along the way, religions like Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity spread, carried by traders and monks whose footsteps stitched together continents. And though no Roman legion ever marched into China, nor Chinese army into Rome, their worlds were never truly apart. They existed in a delicate dance of distance and influence, shaping each other without ever truly meeting. When we look back at Rome and China, we often see two separate empires, each the master of its own realm. But through the Silk Road, their legacies intertwined. Silk woven in Chang'an might grace the shoulders of a Roman empress. A Roman goblet might glitter in a Chinese palace. Ideas traveled as surely as caravans, leaving behind echoes that still shape our world today. So the next time you imagine Rome's marble temples or China's Great Wall, remember, they were not isolated wonders, but chapters in the same global story. The Silk Road was the bridge, and its echoes still reach us across the centuries. And if you want to uncover more surprising connections, forgotten encounters, and untold stories that shaped history, make sure you subscribe to the Roman Scroll. Because the past is not as distant as it seems, it's waiting to be rediscovered.